Okay, everyone, 8:38 and Election Day is in 3 weeks from today. And while all the chatter tends to be about President Trump and Joe Biden, they're not the only ones actually running for president. So joining me right now is an independent candidate. He's an actor, an entrepreneur, philanthropist. His name is Brock Pierce. So good morning to you, Mr. Pierce. How are you?
I am grateful. Good morning, New York. Thank you, Dan.
Good morning. So first off, Election Day less than a month away. How come people don't know that you are actually running for president?
Well, I think as Americans, we're often limited in our choices, and we only think that we can choose between red and blue. And I guess I'm here to remind you that you do have more choices and to remind you to vote your conscience, to do what you believe to be right.
Are you officially on the ballot? Because as we know, early voting has already commenced in so many states.
Yeah, I'm on the ballot in New York. I've been endorsed and nominated by the Independence Party of New York.
Are you on the ballot in all 50 states?
Not in all 50, but I'm on the ballot. I'm talking to you from Salt Lake City, Utah. And in Utah, I understand that we're in first place right now in terms of the ballots cast thus far.
Let me ask you this. Why are you actually running for president?
That's something we should ask of every candidate, and I can summarize in one word why I'm running for president of the United States of America. That one word being love. Love for this country, love for the American people. I believe in us. I have faith in us.
So some people who are maybe watching this say, oh, he looks kind of familiar, because they may know you from your acting days in movies such as Mighty Ducks and First Kid. So you do not come from a public service or a political background. So what do you think that you can offer the American people as maybe a political outsider?
I can offer us a vision for our future, how to change the metrics or the ways in which we measure our success and hold ourselves accountable, and to talk about topics that are not brought up, like the U.S. dollar, the foundation of our economy, which is under threat. It's at risk. Another topic we're used to hearing about in political elections, things like the national debt and fiscal policy.
You know, economy, national debt, they're all tied to something right now, and that's the pandemic, right? Coronavirus that is just affecting so many people across the 50 states. How would you deal with the pandemic moving forward?
Well, I'd start to open up our businesses. My heart is breaking for every small business person, every mom and pop. This country has largely been built off of the American dream, and the American dream is dying right now. Our restaurant owners, our business owners understand how to operate safely. We have 6 months of preparation. We have the protocols. We have the procedures. We have to open up this economy and allow our small businesses to function and operate, and so they can thrive again.
Would you be for something like a mask mandate?
I am not for mandates. I'm not for mask mandates, and I'm certainly not for a mandatory vaccine.
So how would you then, looking at how it was handled, how would you get it under control? And the reason why I'm focusing so much on this is because it does dovetail into the economy, like you said there. So how would you, when you look at things, how they were handled thus far, do you think it was handled well?
Well, back in March and April, when we didn't understand the seriousness of the threat, I understand the government putting us into a state of emergency. But we've had sufficient information for months now to understand how to operate without shutting down our economy, without this economic knockdown. We have to get our kids back in school. The mental health issues associated with this trauma, the ripple effects are immeasurable at this point. We have to get back to work. We have to get back to living our lives. We have to get out of this state of fear.
I want to ask you this, because you were recently served papers for a lawsuit, and you have other legal troubles abroad and here in the U.S. Is that something that you would say voters need to worry about, specifically because President Trump and vice presidential nominee Joe Biden, they're under similar scrutiny for their past? Your thoughts?
Well, when you choose to step into this ring, when you choose to run for president, you are inviting every decision you've made in your life to be scrutinized seriously. And when you're successful, ambulance chasers are going to come out and try and shake you down. It's part of the process.
Mr. Brock Pierce, wish you luck. Thank you for making the time for us this morning.
Thank you for having me.
All right, 8:43, everybody, and we will be right back.